Is your yeah, it is. And that's the thing. It's not even on Wi-Fi. It's just on my data. Ugh. Hello. Are you still reading for? Yeah. This is the tail end of her last one, and it froze. So, and I put down there in the other one that I was gonna restart this. How am I? Is she's not even gonna? Fuck it. I'll just redo the question to her when she calls. Hey, have you called? No, I'm waiting for Lucky. I'm gonna give it another minute and then I'm gonna just move on. I step out real quick. All right, no problem. Hey, I'm here. Okay. What was the last thing that you heard? Because I know you asked for the time frame and I was doing the time frame. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. But like, what was the last thing you heard? Because it froze right as I was getting to the last one. Or the last card, should I say. It cut off for most of the, okay. All right. So I'll get to that. All right. So as far as the time frame is concerned, I got the Emperor, the Lovers, and the World. Like something about Aries. Yeah. So I have here the Emperor, the Lovers, and the World. So the Emperor is Aries and Taurus energy, but usually Aries. And the Lovers is Gemini. And then you have here the World, which talks about a new cycle. So it could happen in like next year potentially. Because I asked like what zodiac sign seasons or whatnot. So next year potentially, because Aries, let's see here, Aries and Taurus, those take up. Well, let's see here. Aries starts in the second half of March and ends in the first half of April. Taurus season begins the second half of April to the first half of May. And then the Lovers is Gemini. Which is May to June. And then you have here the World, which is all fixed signs. So that's Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So this literally goes from the very beginning of the year to, I would say, fall, early winter of next year. But I'm specifically getting here Aries and Taurus season. So between, I'd say, March to June is when this could happen. It is not necessarily that numbers wise. So this is a 4, this is a 6, and this would be a 3. 4, 6, 3. So 3 to 6 weeks or months. And 6 months from now would be what, April? 3 months from now would be January. So there's that. Would it be for actual commitment, you think? Like the intent? From what I saw, it was to get things off the ground with you. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean a commitment. Would he try to come back with a commitment for top, please? 2, 3. Knight of Swords, 6 of Cups. Not necessarily, no. Knight of Swords talks about like something like that. I won't say be rushed, but that's something fast happening. 6 of Cups is a past. And then the Tower. Again, would he be coming in for a commitment? 2, 3. Judgment. 5 of Cups. 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups can talk about a yes, but then you have your Judgment, and 5 of Cups, I will talk about a decision. So I'm leaning towards a no, not necessarily. I think that's the type of thing you guys will just talk about. But I also asked like if there's anything that you need to be warned about. And most of that was in the last live. And it's just more so of be careful of this person doing anything foolish. It could hurt. But that's what I get for the entire thing, really. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. All right, JD, go ahead with any questions. Is there any long-term romance coming for me? All right, let's see. All right, you guys and ancestors that will protect me. So, is there any long-term romance coming for JD? Is there any long-term romance coming towards her? Is there? Oh, so please 2, 3. Is there? The Chariot, 7 of Pentacles, the Empress. So that's a yes. 5 of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. So why the fuck can't I talk? This talks about some sort of change to occur. Right now, like you've been waiting patiently, you may have felt left out in the cold, but there is somebody or something coming towards you. Yeah, the Moon, Page in divine timing. Right now you don't see it, but the energy for it is forming, is what I do get. Yeah, 4 of Wands, Ace of Swords. Eventually you will become clear on who it is or what you want, what else you want here. Because you have here 4 of Wands, which does talk about a relationship. Also, why was 5 of Wands here? 2. I'm sorry, why was 5 of Pentacles here? 2, 3. 5 of Cups. I can talk about some sadness to my Wheel of Fortune. 2, 3. 9 of Swords. That's you worrying about stuff. But again, is there any long-term, is there like any long-term romance coming towards her? Yeah. So please 2, 3. That does talk about forward movement. Queen of Cups. That's a yes. Definitely. But again, it happens in divine timing. Because again, like the energy for it is currently forming. But let's hear it. It is happening, yeah, in the future. It's just like right now you're in your head, so maybe you feel like you can't see it. But I'm getting a yes. Let's see. Who could it be with? Guides and ancestors, oh Lord, protect me. Guides and ancestors, oh Lord, protect me. Who? Alright, who will she have this long-term connection with? Who? Cashapp, please 2, 3. The Chariot again. So it could be somebody with Cancer in their chart, or somebody that's at a distance. You may have to travel to see this person. Page of Cups. Okay. 7 of Wands. 6 of Swords. The Emperor. So this is somebody here that is serious, I believe, if I'm interpreting the energy right. But it's more than likely a water sign potentially. Somebody at a distance. This person is very protective of themselves. Talking about the Emperor. 2, 3. The World. This would be somebody that you start over with, it feels. Or again, this is somebody at a distance. And I do get 3 travel cards here. Tell me about the World. 2, 3. 7 of Cups. I see. You don't really know this person, or it's kind of like up in the air. Oh, you also might meet this person online. 7 of Cups can talk about the internet. Tell me more about who this person is or might be. So please 2. Also, why else is the Emperor here? 2, 3. 6 of Cups. Might be a soulmate, or they may remind you of somebody from your past potentially. Doesn't necessarily have to be like they remind you of a past lover. It's almost like there may be something a bit familiar about their energy, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, tell me more about who this person is. 2, 3. 8 of Swords. 9 of Cups. 9 of Swords. King of Cups. 4 of Cups. Again, I get a lot of water with this individual. I don't know if this person drinks or if they're just really emotional. Tell me 8 of Swords. 2, 3. The Fool. This person may be somebody that has anxiety. They may try to be very self-content, or they try to free themselves from anxious situations. May also be a bit stoic. Why is 4 of Cups here? 2, 3. King of Swords. I see here. This is somebody here that might be a little rough around the edges because they face disappointment and rejection. Again, what is this person's zodiac sign? What is her potential zodiac sign? What card? 2, 3. Again, what's her potential zodiac sign? What card? 1, 2, 3. 8 of Cups. This is Pisces, but this is a placement. And then the Hierophant is Taurus. honestly. Maybe like water and air, sorry, water and earth with this person, as well as that the Emperor is Aries and Taurus, but usually Aries, but I do get a lot of water. Could be any sign, but I get mostly water and earth with this person, especially water. They keep coming up as that. But that's what I see. What's your second one? Also, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. All right, but JD, what's your second one? Oh, both. Will this be a commitment or a fling? All right, guys, the ancestors, I love that we have the connection that I saw earlier. Will it be a commitment or a fling? Will it be an actual committed relationship or a fling? Card stop, please. 2, 3. Let's see. 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Talking about 5 of Pentacles, 2 of 3. Page of Swords. Might be a fling. If it is, I can see it a bit. Reason being is because of this. So this would talk about rushing into something with the Knight of Swords here, like something being fast-paced, but maybe lacking certain choices or communication, which may cause people to kind of want to walk away. But again, will this be a commitment or a fling? Stop, please. 2, 3. 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. That's a change. Maybe a fling. Again, will this be a commitment? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Will this be a fling? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. I'm getting a no for both. That's okay, that's just fucking weird. Your first one was, is there any long-term romance coming towards you? I got a yes. When I ask on the same connection, I'm getting this bullshit. I'm gonna ask one more time. To my guys and ancestors all over me. So the connection that I just pulled on for JD in terms of like, will she have any sort of long-term romance coming towards her? I got a yes. When it comes to that specific connection I saw, will it be long-term? Will it actually like be a commitment? Will this connection be an actual commitment, like a committed relationship or a fling? Crystal, please. 2, 3. Six of Pentacles, the Magician, Three of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. It's like this can talk about somebody being kind of torn about that. There's potential for this to be an actual commitment because these two talk about stability. But pages don't offer too much, but still that talks about stability and getting something off the ground. But then you have your Eight of Cups and Three of Swords. There's Eight of Cups here too. 3. Page of Wands. Come out, Three of Swords. 2, 3. King of Pentacles. I don't know, somebody walked away due to immaturity or something like that. Why am I seeing Eight of Cups and Three of Swords in this spread? 2, 3. This is just weird at this fucking point. I ask one simple damn question and I get an entire thing. Why? Four of Swords. There's more so like somebody reflecting on if they should, but why 3? Oh, I see here because maybe, I swear to God, your furry ass is going to jail if you jump on this damn table. Don't look at me like that. But why? It's like there's that potential there, but maybe somebody wants to sleep on it. Like this talks about there being stagnancy. Yeah, Two of Swords, like people feeling blocked off and excuse me, feeling blocked off and a bit unstable when it comes to it. To my Three of Cups, 2, 3. Yeah, the Empress. As well as I don't know if somebody would have multiple options. Or this is that type of thing, it depends on who you go with. Let's see here. Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Could this connection I see, will it be a commitment, an actual romantic an actual like committed relationship? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Strength or rate, will it be a fling? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. That's a no. Does this all depend on who she goes with? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Talking about Seven of Cups, 2, 3. So that would be a yes. Because Seven of Cups talks about multiple options. And Six of Cups talks about like who you connect with. Talking about Strength, 2, 3. Justice. It's possible this could be a committed relationship, but it all really depends on who you have it with, which is weird. So honestly, it's telling me that for whoever I just pulled on, it could want. Will she encounter an let's hear, will Terry, I'm sorry, the fuck am I saying? Oh wait. Will JD encounter a person? Will she meet somebody that wants a serious commitment? Will she? In the future, will she? Cashapp, please, 2, 3. Will she? Cashapp, please, 2, 3. Will she? Cashapp, please, 2, 3 here. Seven of Wands. Page of Swords. It's likely. But why Seven of Wands here? 2, 3. The Moon. So Seven of Wands could talk about pushing things away or being a bit defensive. So again, will she? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Queen of Cups. Tell my Queen of Cups, 2, 3. So I'm getting a yes, you will. But is it with this person that I'm seeing right now? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The Emperor, that's a yes too. Why is the Emperor here? 2, 3. Later on down the line, but okay, why are you guys giving me confusing answers? Cards off, please. 2, 3. There you go. Again, why are you guys giving me confusing answers on whether or not that current, the one, the connection that I just pulled on, in terms of if it will be serious or not? Why? 2, 3. The Devil, Knight of Wands, the Fool. Why is Devil here? 2, 3. The Devil and Knight of Wands can talk about lust, and then the Fool is jumping into something. But why is the Devil here? 2, 3. 4 of Cups. I don't know if somebody obsesses about stuff. Again, I'm gonna just redo the entire thing over again because it just got way too fucking confusing. I'm asking for one thing and then they keep on going around the fucking merry-go-round. Like, that pisses me off. Better yet, let me do it with a different deck, because that's not really... Again, to my guides and ancestors that love and protect me. So from the first question for the second one. Alright, so the connection that I saw her going into, will that be a serious commitment? Will that be, like, again, will that be a serious commitment or will it be a fling? Again, will it be a serious commitment or will it be a fling? Stop, please. 2, 3. Who is the Emperor? Is he a past connect? No. Okay. Will it be a serious commitment or a fling? So Ace of Wands is here. The Devil. The Tower. So it definitely could be a bit of a fling. Depending. It's like this. There may be like a really strong attraction to the both of you. I mean, between the both of you here. Because you have here the Devil, which talks about temptation. And then you have here the Tower, which can talk about, you know, things blowing up in people's faces. But 7 of Pentacles and Death, I see here. If you guys invest in the connection carefully, it definitely will be long-term. But if you rush, then it could be a fling or fall apart too fast. Is what I get. Tell me about the Tower. 2, 3. 7 of Cups, yeah. So the Tower could also talk about something that can be a bit transformative, depending. And then 7 of Cups is also confusion here. I see. So it really all depends on how you guys take it. Tell me more. 2, 3. Yeah, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands. I see here. It's like there is opportunity for things to be very loving between the both of you. The Wise Knight of Swords here. 2, 3. Yeah, 2 of Swords. Tell me, Knight of Wands. Oh, I see here. But it would also take the both of you seeing past certain stuff. Like, you've been hurt in your past, and so has this person. It's all a matter of making the right decision, making the right calls. So again, will this be a commitment or a fling? Crystal, please. 2, 3. Justice. Temperance. King of Pentacles. More likely to be a commitment. However, Justice and Temperance have the same thing in common, which talks about balance and doing things in moderation. Yeah, not to mention here, you got the Empress, the Fool, King of Wands, Queen of Cups here. But if you guys go off on the deep end too soon or whatnot, then things can definitely turn hectic. I don't know why the hell that thing kept doing that. Ugh. Ugh. But that's what I see there. I wish it did not give me the fucking merry-go-round like that. What's your third one? When are things going to get better, going to get financially better for me? All right. All right. Guides and ancestors that will protect me. All right. So when are things going to get financially better for JD? When are things going to get, sorry, when are things going to get financially better for her? Cashapp, please, 2, 3. The cups. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, when you walk away from something, when you detach, is when the money begins to come in. Like whatever you're trying to manifest financially, that's when it begins to come in. Yeah, because I see stability, the 9 of Wands here, but I do see you also feeling a bit burdened when it comes to it. Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups, King of Swords. There's also something about like acting on like an idea or help that sets you straight. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, King of Cups here. Some 8 of Pentacles, 2, 3. The Hermit. Oh, I see here. You also may be encouraged to learn something else. Encouraged to learn something. Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Pentacles. That talks about keeping to yourself. Again, is she? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No. The Hermit. Oh, it's another Hermit, 2, 3. Knight of Swords, I see. That's also like, I think it's reflecting on where to work. Like, oh, I see. There's a need to kind of do your research on certain places to work. That way you're not running into situations where you feel like you can't be emotionally balanced. What zodiac sign seasons will she regain financial stability? Top please, 2, 3. Justice, so that's Libra. We're currently in Libra season. Let's see here. 7 of Wands. Oh shit, I just remembered something. Oh my god, I just remembered something. What the fuck? Sorry. Again, what zodiac sign seasons will she get something? I'm sorry. Will she regain financial stability? Positive card for yes, negative card. I'm sorry. What zodiac sign season? 1, 2, 3. Knight of Wands. It also talks about a fire sign season. So Page of Swords. It could happen quite soon. Or maybe by Sagittarius season, honestly. Give me a number of how many weeks. 2, 3. The Hangman. So that's 12. That's 2. So about maybe 2 weeks. It could also happen by Pisces season. So that's what I see too. But also like it could happen when you leave that workplace as well too. Because sometimes when you're around a lot of bad energy, it just stops things from coming in. But that's what I see. See, there's been a lot of lessons, roller coaster at times, understandable. But that's what I see. Oh. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Alea, go ahead with any questions. I don't have her. Wait. I don't know why I didn't transfer over. God damn. Fuck. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right. You're going in the other room. I am so sorry about that. You're going in the other room. You're going. All right. Oh, okay. Why has my ex-best friend Sam been popping up in my dreams as a recent? Gotcha. Hey, you're not. Oh. Give me 1 second here. He's gonna have to fix this. Ugh. Yeah, he's gonna have to fix it because. Alright. Alright. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, so I blocked him at the beginning of this year because I want nothing to do with him. After a while, I felt as if he was always trying to compete with me. Ill. Yeah, one thing I've said here before, it's probably been a while since I've said it, but a woman's worst nightmare is a jealous man. But nah, because they'll legit kill you, still set you up and whatnot. And that's why a lot of women, when it comes to like, you know, relationships and marriages, they deal with a lot of heartbreaking situations because the guy that they're with sees that the girl is way better and whatnot, and he'll do anything in his power to break her. So yeah, no, you had every right to do that. So good for you. But let's see. Also, ugh. We both do tarot and intuitive readings where we both did it for each other. But I low-key felt like he's been trying to tap into my energy or do readings for me. Literally. I see. Well, let's see here. Let's see. My guides and ancestors that love protect me. Also, I'll confirm if he's been doing that. The guides and ancestors that love protect me. So, why has Alea's ex-friend Sam... Why is he even popping up in her dreams as a recent? Why? Chrysopolis 2, 3. You could be sensing his energy. But why? The Tower. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Three of Cups. King of Wands. You are right. There was something that was there against you. Or maybe against others. Like, this person is egotistical. Why? I think he's... unstable, maybe emotionally unstable, that the two of you are no longer friends, potentially. By 3 of Cups, 2, 3. Yeah, the Emperor. That he's not there, and maybe he wants to be in your life. So my King of Wands, 2, 3. The Moon. Yeah, you're picking things up. Because also, King of Wands, you're a Sagittarius, I'm aware. How does he feel about them no longer being friends? Chrysopolis, 2, 3. He feels rejected. He feels rejected and wants to talk, but at the same time, like, it's affected his ego. But he does think about things. He does think about, like, you moving on, why you moved on. Tell me about the Tower. Yeah, it knows that, you know, the Death card at the bottom, that things are done. Tell me about the Tower, 2, 3. Yeah, he may be feeling hurt right now. Either that, he could be feeling hurt about the friendship breakup, or something may have happened to him. Hurt, like, pretty hurtful. Let's see here. Did she have this dream because, or no, I'm sorry, is he popping up with her? I mean, is he popping up in her dreams because he's unstable about the fact they're not friends anymore? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No. Is it because he's going through something? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is it? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The Hermit. Not the Hermit, 2, 3. It's possible he could be going through maybe some changes. So why is the Tower and the 10 of Swords here for him, 2, 3? I was done with him when he told me he didn't care I was on a ventilate. Yeah, I'd steer clear of him. But let's see here. Why is that there for him? 5 of Wands, Knight of Swords. Justice. So again, the Tower and the Ten of Swords, like that talks about feeling very unstable and hurt. So maybe there's some sort of ending that occurred. And then why is that there? Five of Wands and Knight of Swords. So that talks about arguments. Or him wanting to rush in and argue. Let's see here. Justice. Why? Seven of Pentacles. The Hierophant, the Sun. Ten of Cups. Let me see why. I'm going to take this all away. Again, to my guys and ancestors that love and protect me. Why was the Tower and Ten of Swords there in terms of why he was popping up in her dreams? Why? Because I please 2 to 3. Why? Page of Wands, that's his energy. The Three of Cups, the Emperor. Why? Justice, the Tower. He may be feeling imbalanced right now, or feels like he's been done wrong. Especially maybe when it comes to friends or other people in his life. Maybe he feels like he's losing control. I don't know. Tell me about the Tower. 2, 3. Or either that or he's going through karma. 8 of Wands. There may have been something that happened to where he had to move forward. Or maybe he wants to communicate. I don't know. Talking about Justice. 2, 3. The Lovers. Talking about the Lovers. 2, 3. That can talk about friends or a connection. Is this energy basically saying he feels wronged in this situation? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. King of Pentacles. That doesn't feel like a wrong. Is it because he's going through something? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. 2, 3. Not necessarily going to get him back. Is it because he feels unstable that they're no longer friends? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. That's one. Is it also because she's just feeling his instability? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No. More so like he wants to communicate. And maybe he feels hurt that he can't. So that's why I think you're just feeling this person's chaotic energy, honestly. He plays the victim role so much. Yeah, I know somebody that does the exact same thing, and every now and then they pop up in my dreams for no damn reason. But here's the whole thing, right? Dudes like that, they want to go ahead and compete or be jealous or be mean, and you kick them out of your life, and all of a sudden, I'm sorry, let me come back. No. But that's why I think you're picking up this person feeling unstable. It's possible they definitely could be going through some changes right now, but they also may be feeling very unstable that they can't talk to you either. So there's that. Literally, yup. What's your last one? Also, I'm gonna What is Doc's current feelings towards me? All right, let's see. Guys, the ancestors are looking at me, so What's Doc's current feelings towards Alea? What are his current feelings towards her? Please, 2, 3. What are his current feelings towards her? Please, 2, 3. King of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Lovers, Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman. Why is Ace of Swords here? 2, 3. The World, the Lovers, 2, 3. Knight of Swords. Some of the Ace of Pentacles, 2, 3 here. 2 of Cups. Honestly, I'd say that right now when it comes to you, he's a bit in the middle. There's a thing of still wanting to connect with you, still wanting to maybe have a good opportunity with you, but also connect with other people. Maybe they've had some clarity that maybe they should like move on from things, or maybe they feel like you are, or maybe they feel like you're not interested. I can't really tell. So let's see, positive card for yes, negative card for no. Excuse me, is he thinking he should move on from her? 2, 3. No, it's not necessarily that. Why is the World here? 2, 3. Knight of Wands. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna do this again with another deck because I just figured out what, mind you, I rebought some decks and reading with them seemed like a fucking disaster. Anyway, so I'm gonna just start again. My guys and ancestors, Allah protect me again. What are Doc's current feelings towards Alea? What are his current feelings towards her? 2, 3. Temperance. Oh, I see her. Knight of Swords. Temperance, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. That makes sense. The Tower and 7 of Pentacles. Talking about 7 of Pentacles, 2, 3. Now that makes sense. Page of Wands. That makes sense to a Knight of Wands. Okay. It's like this, and honestly, it's not really bad. His feelings towards you. There's a thing here of feeling like you're a very balanced person, and you know, you embody the energy of an individual he'd like to go towards. And there's a whole thing of wanting a start with you, but he kind of feels unstable about it because there's a want to invest, but then he worries about age as well. And you have your Knight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. They also look out for, you know, their best interests. So he could also, I don't sense it, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not happening. But he could also be looking for other options, talking to other people. But he does sense that, like, you're somebody that is worth having something long-term with. Yeah, because he feels like you're balanced, or that you would, you know, give him the balance that he's looking for. King of Pentacles and the Hangman. It's like a part of him stuck on you, but the other part of him is thinking about his stability. Like where to plant his feet. So my King of Pentacles, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 of Wands. And therefore he's kind of, why is 5 of Wands here? 2, 3. Maybe having some inner conflict. Oh, I see your Ace of Pentacles. Because yeah, it's like, I want to have a start with this person. I do see an opportunity for stability. But I wonder, like, are things going to be stuck where they are? Like, am I in limbo right now? Especially your 4 of Swords. Maybe, again, they still may think that you don't feel anything for them. Or that things are kind of just held up where they're at. But that's what I get. Pretty cut and simple. All right, Ms. B, go ahead with any questions. Also, thank you. You're welcome. Whoa. All right. Gotcha. Sorry, I was looking at something, trying to create something. All right. How are you? I'm good. How about yourself? So I want to know, how does Kathy feel about me letting her know to keep my name out of her mouth? And to keep her name out, my name out her mouth, and focus on being a mom to one son, act like her other son doesn't exist. Ooh, sending her the money. She sent her son's books, right? Jesus. Was her energy towards me sending her the money she sent on her son's books, or she spent on her son's books, right back to her? This woman went around spreading a lie about her son doing time because of me. Jesus Christ, Miss V, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can only imagine being like, you keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, bitch, and you worry about the sons that you got, including the one that don't fucking exist to you. Girl. Girl. Let's see. Ah, that's funny. That is funny. Come on. Anyway, my guys, and says that I love protect me. How does ah, and her name has to be Kathy. It just happens to be Kathy. That's, let's see if I can give you this reading. How does, to my guys and ancestors that love protect me, how does Kathy, how does she feel about Miss B letting her know to keep her name, keep Miss B's name out her mouth and focus on being a mom to one son? Basically, how does Miss Kathy feel about Miss B saying all this to her? How does she feel about all this? How does she feel? Stop, please, 2, 3. Ah, Lord Jesus, how did she feel the tower? The page of what? She was angry. Defense, like on the defense, didn't think you would bring up the sun part. Knight of Pentacles and the Star. It really had to think of maybe a comeback, if I'm not being mistaken, or like to keep her cool. As well as, I don't know, part of her wanted to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. How does she feel? King of Cups. High Priestess. Nine of Cups. Kind of salty because she knew you were right. Talking about the High Priestess, 2, 3. Queen of Pentacles. But at the same time, because like this person may try to portray themselves as a good mom. She also may feel like you're somebody that's just kind of like sneaky, or you wanted to do that. How else did Kathy feel about this? Chrysopolis, 2, 3. Jesus. Yeah, she never was there before. Now she want to be super mom. He must have stumbled onto some money then. Let's hear Justice. 6 of Swords. Feels wronged. Wants to be righted. Or whatnot. As well as, I don't know if one side in particular is kind of cold towards her. I'm sorry, King of Swords, 2, 3. Judgment. Again, there's a whole thing of like, you don't know what you're talking about, because again, I don't know if one side in particular is kind of cold towards her, or was like kind of mean or something like that. I'm not going to sit here and fault them for it, especially if she just now wants to be a parent. But it's almost like you don't know the situation. Is that my Justice, 2, 3? Death. Talking about death here, 2, 3. Obsessing about trying to put an end to the situation between the both of you. The son she acts like is 15 years old. But he's actually a grown man. But how does she feel about that? She didn't like that one bit. Part of her may have known that you were right, but also may have wanted to like say all that to her. That sort of thing here. As well as like be like, well, you don't even know the half of it. You don't know what you're talking about. And then 10 Wands, like, that stressed her out. She didn't like that at all. So with that being said, what's also her energy? What's also Kathy's energy towards Miss B for sending her the money she sent her son right back to her? Oh, I see her. So how does she feel about what's Kathy's energy towards Miss B about sending this particular money back to her for this situation? Chrysopolis 2, 3. What's her energy towards you for that? Nine of Swords, anxious, angry. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, because she felt like she was trying to help the sun, the moon, but realized that she couldn't keep the truth hidden. May want to walk away from the situation. Some of the moon, 2, 3. Two of Wands. Some about Two of Wands here, 2, 3. Three of Cups as well. I don't know if she did that so he could come back to her. He lives in her house. She pays his child support, pays his car bills, and he lives there with a woman that has 3 kids with another man. Well, that's messy. But that is what I see. That the woman's pissed either way. that was funny. That was funny. What's your second one? Also, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Oh. Ugh. All right. He's 35 years old. Come on. Okay, I want to know how she felt about me calling her a liar and she's the devil's child for going around spreading lies and gossiping on me. She needs to sleep with a Bible and she needs a new church because ain't shit about her good godly. I don't blame you and I commend you for not letting no old bitch bully you. Be like, you need to go to hell. Anyways. Guys, ancestors that love protect me. So, how did Kathy feel about Miss B calling her a liar and saying she's a devil's child for going around spreading lies and gossiping on her? So, how did Kathy feel about that? So, please, 2, 3. Amen. How? Judgment. King of Swords. Felt like that was harsh, like you're judging her at the Star. Because she feels like she's a good person and felt like what you said was immature and knew that you were defensive and she felt defensive about these words. Because 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Because in her mind, she tries to help people. But then 7 of Swords is here. So I don't know if she felt like you were trying to like be sneaky. So my 7 of Swords, 2, 3. The High Priestess. Oh, I see her because she feels like either you're trying to be sneaky, but she's also being sneaky. Is this Kathy's energy? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Getting a yes. in a sense. Like, this is somebody here that likes to craft stuff. I don't know if she does witchcraft or spell work. And the thing is, I mean, hey, I mean, I do spell work, but it's all intention based. Does this woman do actual spell work? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No. Then I might just be feeling manipulative energy. Is this woman just manipulating shit? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The world, yes. Yeah, but and then wants to act oblivious with the moon. How else did she feel when Miss B said this? I'm gonna take this stuff back. How else did she feel when Miss B said this? Crystal, please. 2, 3. 4 of Cups, disappointed. Wanted to like block this off and fire back at you. Yeah, death, and just wanted to kind of like move on from the situation, be left alone. So she didn't like that one bit. Yeah, 8 of Cups wanted to walk away from you. But how did she feel? She felt judged. Because again, this is somebody that feels like they're a good person, but the cards show that she is manipulative. She felt like what you said again was childish. So basically, kind of like the same energy from the first question. But people like this don't expect to be called out, though. What's your third though? No one does it, so I had to do it. She places innocent, manipulative church shit, and I can read her bullshit well. Same thing with my husband's mother. And she knows better than to come towards me. She's literally scared of me, thinking that I'm gonna beat her ass and I ought to do it. What's her son's energy towards me? And how does she feel about me sending his mom that money back? Denied. Let's see, I'm gonna do it with this deck. Let's see here. Did I even put it on? I know I did this morning. Let's see, I know I did this. I don't think I did. Alright. Alright, so my guys and ancestors all protect me. So, what's Kathy's son's energy towards Miss B? What's her son's energy towards Miss B? Crystal, please. 2, 3. What's her... Okay, so what's his energy towards you? 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. The World. The 3 of Pentacles. Stop it. And then 2 of Cups. Huh. I don't really sense hostility. 2 of Cups. 2, 3. 6 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. 2, 3. The Magician. What's his energy towards you? He could be feeling like you're a grounded person that knows exactly what to do or whatnot and how to get what they want. He also may feel like in terms of you, like, especially when it comes to his mother, I feel like when it came to that particular situation, he kind of just like wanted to mind his own business, but wanted to move on from it, wanted you to move on from it. Could be kind of watching you, but I don't get the energy of this person saying much. That sort of thing here. As well as I don't know if you've helped him out or he just sees you as somebody that could or is able to be very stable. Give me a second. listen. Anyways, let's see. How else does he feel towards her? Because I place 2. No, better yet, 3 of Pentacles, 2, 3. Page of Cups. Maybe at times he feels like a bit emotionally immature, but you feel like you're emotionally immature, but he doesn't care. But Queen of Swords is here, so he also feels like you're somebody that's very direct. How does he feel about what she said to his mom? How does he feel about that? 2, 3. Ace of Cups. King of Cups. Maybe a bit emotional. Queen of Wands. Felt like you were fired up, of course. Justice. Queen of Swords. May have felt like maybe you were in the right to do so. Let's see here. Did he feel like, let's see, positive card for yes, negative card for no. Did he feel like Miss B was right? Did he feel like she was justified? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No. Did he feel like maybe it was unfair? Positive card for yes, negative card for no here. No, not even that. How does he feel? Talking about justice? 2, 3. Oh, is he trying to remain neutral and mind his business? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The Fool, yes, freeing himself from the situation, especially with the Ace of Swords. He can clearly see through the entire thing, really. May even know that maybe there's some truth. Honestly, this seems like somebody that's trying to keep their head down and do their own thing. Maybe they just want the situation to just move forward and quit or whatnot. Maybe he doesn't care. How does he feel about me sending the money back? Let's see. How does he feel about her sending his mom the money back? So at least 2, 3. How does he feel about that? 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. How does he feel? He felt like, for one, like you're very independent in that you have money. But how does he feel? 5 of Wands, a Page of Pentacles, that you meant to do that, like purposefully? Like that's bringing conflict almost. How do you feel? 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Like maybe you were proving a point. Maybe even happy that she did so. Is he happy she did that? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? 2, 3. 5 of Swords. Again, is he happy that she did that? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Not necessarily happy, but it kind of made her think about things differently. Man, I'm gonna smack the holy shit out of here with the Bible. She better know it. But if you ask me, this is the energy of a person that kind of don't care, that wants the situation to be over. He feels like you're somebody that can definitely bring it, like, and, back it up. Maybe he felt like you were happy to do so. Talking about 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. 2, 3. The Wheel of Fortune. That's change. He also felt like you were changing the situation a bit. Or like his mom was trying to do so and you proved a point. So that's how he felt. I don't really think this person has hostile feelings towards you. I mean, I can ask again. Was he upset at Miss B during any of this? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Not necessarily, just kind of like trying to move past it. With the 3 of Cups side, it was just like a lot of bickering. But that's what I get. What's the 4th question? Thanks, you're welcome. What's your 4th one? So, give me a second. Right. So Javon wrote me what I was doing. You know, what I was doing. I told him by the river drinking champagne. It said in fishing. He tells me you're two people, and one I said, "What the fuck does that mean?" Then he says, "You need to grow up. I will try again next year." So I told him this ain't no yearly trial, and if it was you, if it was you couldn't afford my trial or trail. You don't want these kinds of problems, and told him how he was broke. I was confused. Not sure. I want to know what's his energy towards me. Gotcha. Give me a second. Yes, the ancestors that looked at me. So what's Javon's current energy towards Miss B? What's his current energy towards our first half? Please, 2, 3. Let's see. Is it the devil, the chariot, 3 of wands, 2 of cups, 8 of wands? His current energy towards you. I mean, he could be obsessing about things, but it feels like this person wants to kind of like keep their distance for the time being. Because like they feel like when it comes to communication with you, things get heated. Yeah, Knight of Wands, 2 of Wands, and they want to take another direction for their own sake. And again, this is just their energy, because Strength, Force, so I see here. He feels like he can't get you to move. Like he feels like you're stubborn in terms of how you act. Does he know not to fuck with me no more? Hopefully. Yeah, and then you have here the High Priestess, 7 of Swords. He feels like at times too, like you can be a bit mysterious and try to do things that are a bit underhanded to get things to work somewhat, and that disappoints him. But I mean, he's the one that's kind of sneaky himself. Like he does stuff, so I mean, whatever. With that being said, does he know not to fuck with Miss B no more? Does he? Chrysopolis 2, 3. Does he? 7 of Pentacles, the Moon. He's in his head about it. Again, does he know not to do that? Positive graph, yes. Negative graph for no. The Hierophant, that's a yes. The Hierophant 2, 3, that's knowledge. Yeah, he's aware. How was I immature for fishing? That was weird. I don't know. Let me see here. I can't tell you the slightest. Let's see here. Why does Jordan think that she was immature for fishing? Because please 2, 3. Why? Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh, he thought that you wouldn't be interested in that type of thing, so I don't know. I don't think he knew how to take it. And I've got 2 pages, and pages are kid energy. I don't understand. I've seen 50-year-old fit. Honestly, you tell me. You got some people that think that drawing is childish. Or what was it? A couple years ago, I was at my sister's house and she was having a get together. And this is back when they put The Incredibles 2 on Netflix, right? So I put that on the TV. And one of the guys was just like, "What are you, a kid?" I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up." But something tells me that he was maybe a bit surprised that you're into that. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Oh, I see the Fool. Yeah. And not to mention, he's just kind of stupid when it comes to words. But that's what I see. The fact he said, "I will try again next year." Like, you a big shot with money to come back again next year and not you Chris Brown or Trey Songz to be talking. Trey Songz sings like a lamb. But yeah, no, he, to me, they're like, I'll try again next year. Like, what makes you so strong to be around next year? But anyways, what's your last one? All right. This man is a bum on the couch in the dark with shades listening to Tupac, man, every single time. I come over, ain't got no cable. Begging people for their Netflix password, man. Next year you will need a new job with more money. That's funny. Ah, no, that's sad. Yeah. But what's the last one? Right, okay, so my house got flooded so bad from the people upstairs. I had a lot of stuff that got damaged, clothes, laptop, and the ceiling fell to this water. They've been saying they're gonna fix this. Same thing happened to me like a couple months ago. The pipe in the apartment above ours had bursted and it sent down so much water. So we lost a lot when it came to that, right? Um, ended up they ended up breaking our lease, and now we're just back with my parents. And honestly, I'm glad because I didn't like being there. But they stalled on shit and everything else, especially when it came to getting like repairs started. And yeah, the ceiling fell, mold began to grow. I mean, it was just horrible. Like, I know they have to tear that apartment up because of their negligence. And at this point, I want to know, can I sue these folks about the ceiling falling and it has mold? The ceiling actually fell on someone in my home. Is this a lawsuit, man? The mold that came down from it is crazy. Um, you should be able to, not to mention, you live here in Florida, right? So, Florida statutes state that apartments they're supposed to give safe habitable housing, right? If the mold was already there when it fell, like, I hope you guys took pictures, but if it was already there when you fell, you're gonna have to find somebody about that, because the thing is, we wanted to sue ourselves. Come to find out, they told us that you're better off just kind of like letting the thing kind of go because of like things that were lacking, but they understood. I got the picture. That's good. But here's one thing too. Um, did you have like did you have renter's insurance if you're in an apartment? Because that's definitely something to have. Some places or most places won't allow you to get the apartment without it. But I will say this much. Yes, I do. I'll say this much. So you can find somebody that does that for the mold thing. But here's the whole thing with the mold, right? So mold, if that goes unchecked, um, you can sue, but the thing is you need proof that it affected you. You'd have to go to the doctor and probably get blood work, because it does it what was it? It can affect your respiratory system. That's for one. Um, but the fact that it hit my boyfriend and me slightly as we was cleaning, that part, no, you probably may not be able to. And the reason being is this, because I remember during the thing, part of the ceiling fell on me, but like it was a popcorn ceiling, so it's not like it hurt. I was just more so like, it almost felt like a couple pieces of paper. Oh, she done found a friend. But it's almost like a couple pieces of paper like floating on my head almost. If what was it? You probably may not be able to sue for that. And the reason being is because of this. Like, if it's coming from upstairs and there's a lot of water, then the ceiling is bound to peel off. Yeah, popcorn ceiling as well. Yeah. So it's bound to peel off then. If it does. So you may not be able to. It really depends. However, per Florida state statute, places are supposed to sue, not sue, I'm sorry. But they are supposed to provide safe habitable housing. That's for one. Half of the damn, yeah. Some, like for us, uh, almost all of the ceiling in our bedroom fell. And then some in the little excuse me, kitchen area. And then they were supposed to put a dehumidifier in there. Some time went on without it, and mold began to grow, and it was fucking crazy. Give me a second. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, there's two of them. But let's see. You want to know if you can sue them. Let's see, it's my guys and ancestors that love protect me. Definitely get started on the renters insurance thing. Man, this place is crazy. I have asthma and have to use my pump 4 times a day. Yeah, you might be able to sue then because you have an ongoing ailment. But let's see here. It's my guys and ancestors that love protect me. Will Miss B be able to sue the apartments for this? Will she? Chrysopolis 2, 3. 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Page of Wands. You might be able to find like 1 or 2 things that you can sue for, or at least like pursue something with. So I'm about 3 of Cups here, 2, 3. Knight of Cups. This also talks about help coming to you. Again, will she be able to actually sue though? Chrysopolis 2, 3. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, the Hierophant. Do more research. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, because there's still some things that you're unaware of. Again, would she be able to actually sue? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The Hermit. Some of the Hermit, 2, 3. 3 of Swords. That could talk about there being complications. Here's what you should do. Read back over the lease agreement. Um, Go over Florida state statutes. Definitely talk to an attorney about it, especially about the mold part, and get some blood work done. Um, and also tell them about your asthma. You might be able to sue for the mold stuff if blood work shows up that it's like in your system or whatnot. You'd have to go, yeah, you'd have to schedule an appointment for that one. Um, Especially like if the mold was already there when the ceiling fell, then I would say you and everybody else can get tested for that and sue for that. Everything else here, because here's the whole thing too, right? Um, Certain apartment complexes, they will cover their ass when it comes to the flooding part, and they'll be like, oh, well, we can't, we're not liable for flooding that happens. We're not liable for personal loss of items if flooding happens, right? So that's one. The other thing here is too is this other apartment infringes. It started showing up after the water. Ah, okay. If that's the case too, again, get tested. And if you test positive for having like a mold infection or being affected by it, then go find a lawyer. Um, and they can help you with that one. As far as the flooding and stuff like that is concerned, they're supposed to make repairs. The other thing here is too is um that apartment is no longer habitable, so they need to move you to another apartment. The other thing here too is they're gonna ask you, of course, to get in contact with renters insurance. Um, Also, don't I if I were you, I wouldn't even pay rent because there's nothing to pay for. That place is inhabitable. But again, positive card for yes, negative card for no. We'll be able to sue these people. 2, 3. The Emperor. Tell me the Emperor. 2, 3. 2 of Swords. That talks about feeling blocked. Here's what it's suggesting. Do more research on it. Get some legal counseling. Will she be able to sue for the mold at least? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. So that's a yes. Nine of Cups is a big yes. Yeah, I'm getting a yes here because it's devil toxic. Get some. They even asked. They didn't even ask about the renters insurance at all. She just said nothing was damaged. Yes, the fuck it was. Your personal property got damaged, and not to mention there's mold now growing in the walls and stuff. The other thing here is too is this: if you put a deposit down and you need to break the lease, and they don't give it back, you can sue for that too. Ugh. I told her, yes, it was. I had to throw away my clothes. It stunk so bad. Yup. We had to, what was it? We had to leave stuff behind. The bed that we had there, that was the bed that I had prior to like ever moving out. And I had that for the longest, and it was a really good mattress set. And there was mold all over that. Yeah, there was that. Mold also kind of grew on some of my husband's work equipment. Some of our chairs. We had to leave a lot of shit behind. My bed was soaked as well. But no, we had to leave a lot of shit behind, and we did get some help. And what was it? The night that we finally got everything out of our apartment that we could take, we told nearby neighbors that had helped. Like, hey, just letting them know, like this, because our pantry was still stocked, and there was still stuff in some of the cabinets that we told them, like, hey, this is a free for all. Just remember that, yeah, there's mold in the back parts. So that means it's in the air. So, just take stuff at your own discretion. And when we came back the next day, what was it? One of the couches and the rug, that had been taken. Because come to find out, the people that live next to us are like, our couch just caved in. And they had everything they needed to clean stuff and whatnot. Because what was it? The wife, she had walked in there and saw all the damage and stuff. People also took stuff out of the pantries, and as well as like we left some pots and pans behind because we're starting over. So again, take whatever you want and just remember other stuff is in the air, so do it at your own, risk. So, I mean, yeah, but we had to leave stuff behind. And not to mention, I hate when these apartment complexes do this shit because it's like, shit costs so much fucking money. Like, it's like, for example, the couch set again. Mind you, some of the stuff that we had, it's because my parents helped us out. They gifted us like a couch set, coffee table set, huge rug, a dining table, and the couch set. I was there when my dad was shopping for it. That was like 600. And what was it? The mattress. I don't know how much the mattresses were, but they were good. But there was that. But the thing is, shit costs money. So people, when it comes to them having these apartments, they need to actually renovate shit and make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, but I'm not gonna complain because again, I'm so glad I'm not there. Oh my gosh, also I didn't even like it before the flooding. I was just like, I can't wait to get out of here. So thank God. But as far as if you'll be able to sue, I think you get help as well as there might be other people there with the same problem. But the suing part overall, they're telling you to get more information. But I'm getting a yes for the mold. So like I said, everybody needs to should get some blood work done if you guys can tolerate that type of thing, because I know not everybody likes needles and stuff. Um, but you can find people that help with that and sue for health issues is what I'll say. So that's what I get there. But when it comes to that, read over the lease. Because that's the other thing too. They're not counting on anybody to read the damn lease, but still, read over the lease. And if they want you guys to pay rent for that month, be like, hell no, there's nothing to pay rent for. Fuck that. Because that's what we ended up doing. They're like, oh, well, they want you guys to pay. Like, no, we're not paying for that. What the fuck is there to pay for? They're like, well, because you guys haven't, like, surrendered I'm like, yeah, because y'all kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, yeah. But that's what I see. Thanks. I'm going to look into it more. This is dangerous. I have a child. Exactly. But I hope you're able to sue him out of a house and home, because this shit happens more often, and apartments want to be like, oh no, well, like, no, you you have to make sure everything is, the units are fine. The units